Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad with another video, another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, so first and foremost, call Halayim. La Alahayanawa Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, salutation unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth through all the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so no more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwatiyam. Alright, so the title for this edification is War Economy. Simple title, alright, War Economy. And this is what the nations right now, we in that time, and I'm going to show you through the scriptures, that we in that time of prophecy where the nations are using their economy towards war. We in a stage of war economy. All right. So because what you're seeing, and the mainstream media, they would not push it. All right, they would not speak on such a topic, because they want to keep the world, the masses, ignorant, all right, and dumbed down, okay. But these major players in this up and coming World War III, is well within is in an arms race, all right. The media is not reporting on it and what have you, so forth, your mainstream media. All right, but for the ones that in the know, should know that we are in a time of arms race, of an arms race taking place, where these nations, they gearing up. These nations, the every day, they're inventing new weapons, testing new weapons. Hypersonic missiles and this missile and that missile and new submarines being built, that is bigger and better and more stealthier. You have 6th generation fighter jets now with certain countries and whatnot, so forth. So yeah, it's an arms race. It's just that the media wouldn't push it out towards you all. But let's go into what a war economy is. I'd already put it up. Well, research through it. All right, it says war economy is the organization of a country's production capacity and distribution during a time of conflict. A war economy must make substantial adjustments, to its consumer production to accommodate defense production needs. All right. So basically is a situation where your GDP, the money that you would be spending on social programs and infrastructure and what have you, so forth, it is going to be, the majority of it is going to be directed towards the defense ministry. All right, your military. All right, your Air Force, your Army, your Navy, what have you, so forth. All right, this is where the bulk of the money will end up be going to. All right. Because what, we're in a time of war. All right, and when you're in a time of war, You tend to try your best to have the most cutting edge, armory, all right, the most cutting edge technology and all these things within the defense, all right, to have one up on your enemy, all right. This is what it is, and this is what some of the nations, mainly especially China, Russia, Iran, all right. This is what they're dedicating their economy towards, all right. And pretty soon is going to see the likes of the US and NATO and whatnot so forth, pushing forth in the same direction, all right, because they know what is coming, all right. Ukraine is on the brink of collapse, all right. Then you have Israel pushing a whole war scene, war rhetoric and what have you so forth, all right. So the situation is a sticky situation. So nations is spending that money towards the military. All right. It says here, this is from Wikipedia. All right. It says here, a war economy or wartime economy is the set of contingencies undertaken by a modern state to mobilize its economy for war production. All right. Philip Lee Bellon describes a war economy as a system of production, mobilizing and allocating resources to sustain the violence. Some measures taken include the increasing of tailor rates as well as the introduction of resource allocation programs. All right. When I say resource allocation programs, it goes into like during World War II, a lot of these nations, especially America, they had a lot of propaganda, They had a lot of propaganda, the propaganda machine, and where, they would go about from state to state lobbying the people, to donate and whatnot, so forth, and, bear with me. Yeah, to donate and to buy bonds and whatnot, so forth, so they would have some of these men who came back on leave from the war or who did their tour of duty and whatnot, so forth, they would go about from, I forget the name of it, I forget what they used to call it, all right, but they would go about from state to state, they would go about from state to state, lobbying and whatnot, so forth, for the people, to contribute, whether it be financial, whether it be seeking employment in these in the military industrial complex, to because the allocation is not just only money but also manpower, all right, also manpower, so they would lobby for people to go into the military industrial complex, in these factories and whatnot, to make tanks, to make planes, ships, all right, the ammunitions, all these things, is resource allocation, So it says, all right, the introduction of resource allocation programs, approaches to the reconfiguration of the economy differ from country to country. The different countries, they go have their own ways, their own means and ways of allocating, of resource allocation and what have you, so forth. So it says many states increase the degree of planning in their economies during wars. In many cases, this extends to rationing. All right, to rationing. So what? The luxury of having of going to the grocery and buying food, excess amount of food, and whatnot, so forth, is during wartime. These things, you does not have that luxury, All right, so he's going to have what rationing. So you're accustomed buying two bag of flour. Now the government is going to put in stringent measures, austerity measures, as they would say, where you're only allowed to buy one in each item. All right, one pack of milk, one pack of powdered milk, one pack of evaporated milk, or 2 pack of evaporated milk, one pack of coffee, 1 bag of flour, 1 bag of rice, 1 bag of sugar, and what have you, so forth. All right, this is what it is. So it says here to rationing, and in some cases to conscription. All right, which you all in Babylon and in England and all in these participating countries that is going to be participating in this up and coming World War III. All right, a lot of you all is going to be drafted. This is what conscription is all about. All right, conscription for civil defenses such as women's land army. All right, and Bevan boys in the United Kingdom during World War II. During total war situations, certain buildings and positions are often seen as important targets by All right, so we get it. All right, we get it. So let's go to the scriptures. And the first scripture that I would go to, which is scripture that you brothers and sisters, should know, which is Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, Joel chapter 3 and 9, it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. All right? This is what this wartime economy is preparing for, for that day. All right? That day, that mighty day. All right? Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. All right, so this is the wartime economy here. This scripture here is describing and explaining and prophesying. This is the prophecy, all right, of these nations going into a war economy. All right, where it's no longer the money being spent on the people. It's no longer the money being spent on to pay pensions and social security and national insurance and whatnot, so forth. Because hey, watch me, you see when World War III breaks out, well, we don't know people with the economy, the crashing of the economy is going to commence. All right, we don't know if that will commence first or what, but we don't know. The crashing of the economy is something inevitable. All right, and when that crash, everybody is going to lose out. All the pensioners, all who have life insurance, this, that, the other. But the point what I'm trying to make is, even if the economy ain't crashed as yet, but World War III happened to break out. All right, which will end up bringing in the crash of the economy. All right, when World War III break out, a lot of these nations, where their senior citizens is concerned, pursuant to their pensions and what have you, so forth, that is going to cut. All right, that is going to cut because your pension is not, your pension. The government is your pension is a grant. All right, where they grant you that, okay, and the government don't necessarily need to pay pensions, all right, to senior citizens. That is just a grant that the government granted you all right. Now, when that take place, when that World War III take place, these nations, that money what they was allocating for pensions, as I say, austerity measures, stringent measures. That money that they're allocating for pension, that is going to go towards the war effort. All right, this is what it is here. Okay, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right, because these nations are all looking for cutting edge technology on the battlefield. They're all looking for cutting edge weaponry on the battlefield. All right. They all looking for the best air defense system. Okay, the best radar system. All right, the best stealth fighters, the best stealth bombers, battleships, cruisers, submarines. All right, military these military personnel vehicles, these armored vehicles, the best in armored vehicles and tanks. All right, especially these tanks now that they have now, with all these sort of technology and whatnot, in infrared technology and whatnot, so forth, all these things, yeah, this is where it is here. This is what it is. All right? Let the weak say I am strong. So these nations, they're going to spend their money. All right? No, they're not gonna shortchange their military. Let's just put it that way. All right, they're not gonna shortchange their military. They're gonna spend as much as they have to spend. All right, at the expense of the people. Yeah, at the expense of the people, in order for them to be able to provide a situation, for their soldiers, to stand a chance, to stand a fighting chance. All right, for lack of better words. So it says, assemble yourselves. Come all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. All right? Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So, all right, the Lord is the Lord that is pushing these nations to spend their money, on their military and what have you, so forth. All right? So that they could all have the most destructive weapons as possible to bring total carnage. Yeah, let's go into that word carnage. To bring total carnage, man. Let's go into that word carnage. Yeah, carnage. Now, it says what? Destruction, a great destruction of life, as in battle, slaughter. Yeah? Yeah? Alright, let me see something here. No, not that nonsense. Let me see something here. It says here. No. Let me see. Let me go into. No, man, that's nonsense. So you don't know. You don't know what carnage. All right, which goes into as in battle, great slaughter. All right. Let me see something. Let me go into etymology online. CARNAGE. All right. Carnage. All right. It says here, great destruction by bloody violence. All right. Because the reason why I'm going into it, I want you, especially you young brothers and sisters, to really grasp what is about to face the world. Great destruction by bloody violence, massacre. All right, massacre from old French carnage, from old Italian carnagio, slaughter, murder from medieval Latin. All right, carnaticum. All right, flesh, the slaughter. All right, so this is what is about to come upon the face of the earth, and this is the reason why, pursuant to verse 10, verse 10 and whatnot, so forth, verse 11 in the scripture here, Joel 3. All right. This is what the Lord is preparing and making these nations, go into wartime economy and gather all these high-class weaponry and whatnot, so forth, to bring utter carnage upon the face of the earth. Because when you go to Daniel, yes. Is it Daniel? Yes, Daniel. When you go to Daniel 12 and 1, where it reads, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as was never since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. All right, so there's a time that is coming up on the face of the earth that the earth has never seen. All right, and the ultimate carnage is going to come by the way of this here, which is Isaiah 54:16. Yes, Isaiah 54:16, where it reads, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, all right, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. You understand? Utter carnage, which goes into what? Into nuclear destruction. This is the ultimate carnage that is going to take place upon the face of the earth. All right? This is the climax. This is going to be the climax of World War III. These missiles. Okay? The Lord has created these scientists, all right, which is the smiths to burn the coal. All right, the coals represent what? The coals represent the uranium and the plutonium and whatnot, so forth, and the splitting of atoms and all these things, that goes with a nuclear bomb, all right, and its detonation and whatnot, so forth, all right. That is going to waste, that is going to destroy, that is going to bring forth carnage. All right, this is what it is, yeah. Yeah, this is what it is. This is what the world is. This is the phase. All right, this is the phase that the world is entering into. All right, all gloves are off right now. Right now, you have the Russians. They upping the ante on the nuclear production. All right, because of certain deals that was broken by the U.S. So now is all gloves are off with what type of production of missiles and what have you, so forth, and its payload and these things and its range and whatnot, so forth. All right. The missiles now that they're making now in real time now as I'm speaking by these Russians. All right. It supersedes even the most potent ones that they have right now in their arsenal. All right. This is what it is here. The Russians now, they are spending their money on their military. Yeah, their military. All right. The military is getting the bulk of their economy. The Iranians, the same thing. All right? The Iranians, the same thing, because they know that war is coming. You understand what I'm saying? That's why the Lord, when this same Isaiah, but not this chapter though, Isaiah chapter 13. Yeah, Isaiah chapter 13, and I will start from verse 1, Isaiah 13 and 1. The burden of Babylon, because this is what all this thing is for. All right, for the destruction of America. All right, this is what all this is taking place for. This is the reason why all these things is taking place, because the Lord's purpose, is to destroy America off the map, of the face of the earth, entirely, in its entirety. All right, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. All right? And this is what we are doing. All right? We have entered into the gates of the nobles. All right? Which is your elites. All right? It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. Verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people. All right, and that mountain represent these governments, these large governments. All right, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people. A tumultuous noise. All right, what? A noise of war. All right, of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle. All right? They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. What is the weapons of the Lord's indignation? Those missiles, those thermonuclear missiles, those ICBMs. Yeah? This is what it is here. All right? So these nations, they are spending large sums of money. All right, their budget is what? Their budget is going into the billions and the trillions and what have you, so forth. The other day, Japan, they have allocated over some 40-something trillion yen or something like that. So because they spend yen, all right, towards their military, all right, to strengthen up their military. Because of what they say, the threat of China. All right, China is a growing threat within Asia. All right, and what have you, so forth. All right. Oh boy, they come from verse 6. Holy, for the day of the Lord is at hand; it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Because this is what the Lord is about to bring. All right, but when I go down to verse 11, where the Lord said, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. All right, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, because this is what the Lord is bringing this whole thing for. To bring down America, but and to bring down Esau, most importantly, Esau, the so-called white man. You understand what I'm saying? This is what it is. Yeah? Yeah? The Lord is bringing that great day. Let's take a look at Revelation. I almost finished with this year. I didn't want to stay too long on this year, you know. Revelation 20 and I think it's 8, not 7 actually. I will have to start from 7. Alright, this is Revelation 20 and 7 where it reads, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, which is speaking about this, the physical counterpart of the spiritual being Satan, which is Esau, the so-called white man, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, right, which is Russia, to gather them together to battle. The number is as the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. All right, so the only way that could be orchestrated and have a proper fitting battle is these nations spending their gross domestic product, their money, all right, their GDP on their military. All right, it only makes sense. It only makes sense. All right, and I will lock it off with this last scripture going back to Isaiah, which is Isaiah 9 and 5, where it reads, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning with burning and with the fuel of fire. All right, this is what it is here. All right, which is World War III. And this is what these nations is making sure and prepare themselves for that great day. All right, so I hope you all was edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Your brother Kahan signing out from GMS Prophetic Vibration Campaign Trinidad. Say, call Halayam La Alahayanawa Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Ka'akadash Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great milestone at well. Peace, blessing, salutation unto the brothers, who preaching and teaching us truth. Through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so no more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites and shalom unto the very few but faithful Aquatium. Your brother Kahan signing out. Shalom unto the hopeful elect man. Wa bad babal unto this wicked world.